Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and thank you once again to Bandai Namco Entertainment America for giving me the ability to do a test drive of Ingrid Zero's Heavy Gundam, which is this week's mobile suit. It is a 3-star raid. A Heavy Gundam raid, that should be interesting. It is melee priority 3 as a raid. It is usable in ground and space, costs 600. Space compatible, so slightly better stats and such in space. Let's take a look at the enhancement list real quick. A little bit of extra armor for ballistic and beam, 1 point of range strength, 1 complex expansion slot, 5 more points of ballistic defense, and 5 more points of range strength. The basic stats are 19,000 hit points, 22 each in the 3 resistances. Range strength of 40, melee strength of 20, movement speed 130, high speed maneuver 215, thruster gauge 70, and turn speed 78. Been a while since we had a shooty raid, and it looks pretty shooty. It has a modified frame launcher, it looks like. Main weapon is a Gatling, ballistic, 150 damage per shot, range 275 meters. Reload time 15 seconds, ammo 100. And yep, it is the frame launcher Gatling. It has a Vulcan that does 110 damage per shot at 150 meters and only 30 rounds of ammo. Only 10 seconds to reload that. It has incendiary missiles, 200 damage per, 8 ammo, 300 meters, reload of 15 seconds. Yep. Okay. Shoulder beam cannon, 1250. It is chargeable, which takes 4 seconds. 35% heat rate for an uncharged shot. Range of 400 meters. Of course, as usual, that will probably be a little bit longer when charged. Let's see. Cooldown time between shots, 3 seconds. Overheat, 15 seconds. It has a beam rifle, which looks very similar to the RX-78s, but is not quite. It almost looks like it is a, well, it's not EPAC, but it almost looks like it's been modified to have one. I guess it maybe they expanded the E-cap, and that's what that big cylinder on the bottom is. But either way, 1,800 damage per shot, heat rate 85%, range of 300 meters, cooldown time 3.5 seconds between shots, and 15-second overheat. Oh yeah, let me check. Normal fire won't suppress, but suppression occurs after focused fire. Yeah, that's on the shoulder cannon. Beam rifle tuned for use as a sub-weapon on Ingrid Zero's MS, lacks focused fire, but offers suppression, so the sub-weapon beam rifle will stun. Funnels Bombard. It has apparently 3 funnels. 500 damage. Since it's Bombard, it'll be a sustained damage Garrowby type effect. Range of 200 meters, heat rate of 100, so it will overheat after you use it, and the cooldown is 30 seconds. After locking on, release attack button to launch funnels and limit enemy actions. Makes sense. And it has the Heavy Gundam shield, which... Does the regular Heavy Gundam actually have its shield? I do not remember. It's a 5,000 point shield. It is a large. And yeah, provides high defense and coverage at the cost of mobility. When that shield blows up, it should be a little faster as as shields work in this game. Let's see. Yeah, just a standard beam saber, more or less. 2,400 damage, cooldown time 2.5 seconds. Let me set up some shortcuts. I always have the beam cannon there on my Heavy Gundam, so that makes sense to me. Vulcan's over there. Rifle up here, funnels down there. And that'll work. Okay, skills. Level 2 Assault Booster, which makes charging jumps faster and makes your actual jump faster as well. Also protects you from stun a little bit while jumping. It's basically the jump equivalent of maneuver armor. High Performance Balancer, so yeah, it can come out of boost and go directly into melee. High Spec AMBAC, which, yeah, pretty common to space-compatible units to have level 2. I think that's standard equipment for space-compatible, in fact. Yeah, and moving in the same direction at the end of high-speed space movement transitions into cruising movement without decelerating. Improves MS turning performance by 3. So yeah, if you're not like turning, you will not use the braking animation, and it's basically like soft balancers for space when you get down to it. Level 2 maneuver armor, so reduces your the ability to get stunned while you're boosting. Also reduces damage taken while boosting by 10%. Interesting. Force injector level 2. Landing after evasive maneuvers can be canceled with high-speed movement. Yeah, so you can just change directions while you boost. At level 2, it's relatively boost efficient as well. Melee combo controller level 1, so it has 2-hit melee. Shield tackle level 1, so it does extra tackle damage while it still has its shield. Shield break stance mastery, so it will not be stunned by its shield being destroyed. Leg shock absorber to reduce stress on the legs when jumping or boosting. Flight control program, so it's a heavy Gundam that can do mid-air boosting and jumping. Wow. And it's a heavy Gundam with a dodge roll, besides which. Anti-blast stabilizer, so yeah, if you're up close on something, you will not be heavy staggered when it explodes. Full power tackle, and I have turned off the automatic counter animation in the training room for this. Opponents react differently when damaged by a tackle at 30% hit points or less. I'm pretty sure that means when you're at 30% hit points or less, but we'll find out. Yeah, assume yes. Biosensor ability boost level 1 activates at 30% hit points, boost mobility and attack. Delays the time to be locked onto by Psychomu weaponry by 200%, and reduces the occurrence of stagger caused by cumulative melee damage. Nullifies all reactions except for stagger due to cumulative damage only upon skill activation. Yeah, so this is one of those skills that even if you get downswung when the skill activates, you will not fall over. But build stun that activates it will stop you. And yeah, you'll, takes longer to lock onto you with funnels and such while that's when biosensor is active. So it's not a bad boost. All right, let's go check this thing out because I am really curious about it. All right, let's see. Doesn't seem to have any skills that make it faster to change from one frame launcher weapon to another, so we'll just assume that's not a thing. Okay. I was about to say, this is a single-player instance here. Why it should not be a lag. Wow, it's weird to have a heavy Gundam moving this fast. We'll start against the RX-78 to test some things and move to the Zoc when we're done. Okay, pretty good damage with type disadvantage, 136 per shot. It's, of course, 100 points up from that. Takes about 30 shots to build stun, it looks like. Let's see. The incendiary missiles do 500 a tick, and 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks. So, yeah, these are actually really worth firing one at a time because the damage over time effects of incendiary missiles do not stack. As you can see, yeah. So you only get like 100-some damage out of each missile, but you get 2,500 damage. Incendiary damage cannot kill, incidentally. So let me move to... I think there's another RX-78 over here. I do want to test the build stun on those missiles real quick, and then we'll move on to the next weapon. Okay, that's a Zoc. That's not quite it. But yeah, this Zagaki will work. It's type neutral. Okay, how many of these missiles does it take to stun? Just about all of them. And yeah, as you can see, you still only get about that same 5 ticks of incendiary damage. So yeah, if you can, if you're not needing to stun somebody in a hurry, you can use those pretty effectively to just do heavy damage somebody, and then just, if you need to, go focus on another target. Okay, beam cannon. Okay, it double fires when not charged, which does stun. Nice. I bet that'll work against the Zoc, too. Let's try a charged shot and see what we get. We get more damage and still stun, but that's about it. Okay, the beam rifle is a beam rifle that stuns. Not much else I can say about that. The bombard funnels. Locked? Yep, and they... seems like they activate very quickly. We'll look at that again in a second. Let's... let's test some... test some words, Rob. Come on. Let's test the melee on the standard Gundam over here. Okay, so the neutral is a standard swing, fairly standard swing to the right as well, and that, and wait for it. Okay. Oh wow, nice big cross slash there. That is pretty solid. Yeah, that's a good melee. Yep, it rolls. Let's look at that bombard again real quick. Yeah, that activates very quickly. Let's see. What else do I want to test? When the bombard funnels are back, I'll see if I can fire them while boosting. Cannot fire... Well, I can fire that. Cannot fire any of the other weapons so far while boosting. Let's see. Yep, including this rifle. Yeah. Okay, so... Yeah, let's see if I can lock on the bombard funnels while boosting. Yes. Yes, they fire while boosting. That's an ability that's getting to be fairly standard with funnels now, and I am very much in favor of this, because honestly, that's a thing funnels should be able to do. Again, I feel like mobile suits should be able to fight with a great deal of mobility. Call me crazy. Okay. Yes, the uncharged double shot will stun a Zoc. Let's see how the charged shot does. The charged shot will not stun a Zoc. That's interesting. Okay, let's try out the tackle here on the Gundam. Okay, 932. Let's turn my hit points down to 30%. And I can select force counter with tackle from this screen, so in a second we'll be able to see that too. Okay, when it comes back, let's see. Boost is back, and... Okay, tackles when you're in biosensor heavy stagger. That's really an interesting ability. Of course, you're stuck in the tackle animation, so you're going to have a limited window to really take advantage of that, especially if you're not fighting one-on-one. But let's see what it does to the Zoc, does the Zoc heavy stagger? Yes, it does. Not sure I've ever seen the Zoc take a knee before, because most things that would heavy stagger it are reduced to a standard stun instead, so yeah, there you go. And yeah, that does really good damage. Of course, you get attack and defense boosts in biosensor mode, so that's to be expected. Yeah, it's good and fast. Forced injectors, I think, are a little bit more efficient, too. That's interesting. It has a speed boost that activates while boosting. I'm not sure what ability gives that. Maybe it's part of biosensor, or maybe it's something else I've forgotten. But, yeah. Let me go try the incendiary missiles on the Zoc real quick, because I'm just curious. Okay, they do about 312 damage there. It does take all of them to stun. Incendiary damage is not subject to type advantage or disadvantage. And yeah, there's the assault booster. You can fire the Gatling in the air. You can boost in midair. This is really kind of all weird coming from a heavy gun. Can fire the missiles in the air. Can I fire? I bet I cannot fire the shoulder cannon. Nope, sure can't. Other beam rifle, however, you can. I'm sure Vulcans you can too. Basically, stop-to-fire weapons do not work in the air. Funnels do, though. Nice. Yeah, okay, I like this thing. Man, I hope I can get it on one of my main accounts, because this is fun. This has a lot of potential. Again, it is a shooty raid. We've not seen one of those in a while, I feel like. And it, can still obviously do very well close up, especially with that tackle ability. It's, I guess when you get down to it, it's definitely statted for ranged attack, but it seems like it should do fairly well in close quarters too. So yeah, this is good. Yep, almost, but not enough to stun. If I'd followed up with the Gatling a little faster, it probably would have worked. Okay, 9,500 against a Zoc with that downswing. That's pretty good. Granted, again, this Zoc is 100 points down and has type disadvantage, so against a 600 support, I'm not necessarily sure that's going to happen. Alright, so for our last trick for this video, we are going to turn on Force Counter with Tackle and see what the tackle looks like. It looks like a bunch of stabbing. Nice. Okay. I'm going to try that again and see if it works. Force Counter with Tackle. Yeah. Okay. When you turn on Force Counter with Tackle in the training mode, you can just tackle infinitely. That's pretty great. Okay, yeah. But, yeah, this has some interesting abilities. To be honest, I mean, it would be, just as a heavy Gundam raid, I would want it and find it very interesting. As a heavy Gundam raid with funnels and a heavy stagger tackle power, yeah, I want that a lot. So, yeah, this looks like it's going to be fun. Good luck to everybody who's trying to get it, because, yeah, looks like a good time. That is going to do it for this Gundam Battle Operation 2 test drive. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later!